Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We're currently sat at Carstairs, and that is half of our Caledonian sleeper that is heading towards us and going to the portal. We have to fix the portal for the Glasgow portion. That is going to come back shortly. We're going to force it to turn around. There it goes. As we've got some work to do, haven't we, to try and figure out how we're going to reverse it at Carstairs and head back to Edinburgh. That should be a bit of fun. I haven't done too much to the map, as I've been playing Squirrel's map. He started up a new Transport Fever 2 series, I'm sure many of you know, and I had a go on it because I was curious to see how the mods affected a hard mode playthrough. It's on a RNG map, and I was debt-free and making millions by about 1925. For me, it sits somewhere between medium and hard. I'm not sure if any of you are interested in a break from detailing on this map and go and play Squirrel's map and see how I approach it. It's a sort of hard mode playthrough. But anyway, it would be fairly quick and not waiting around too much. I didn't feel like I was waiting around for money to build up. A little bit of fast forward use here and there. The date wasn't touched, the date speed. So yeah, 1925 without touching any date. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Would that as a sort of interlude to this series work for you guys? It is I tell you what it is, while it isn't hard mode or medium mode, it was fun because a few of the mods add new industries. So yes, I did enjoy myself playing it. It wasn't your average hard mode, oh dear, let's wait a billion years to get money sort of playthrough. And lots of options. Lots and lots of options. Anyway, we've got some stuff to do today. I want to do a bit of a build. And we're going to get at least the groundwork done for the depot outside of Edinburgh Station. Edinburgh Waverley. Well, actually, it's more outside of Haymarket. So yes, that's the plan today. It will give us at least a temporary place to stick the Edinburgh portion of our Caledonian sleeper. But we should do something, shouldn't we? I shouldn't sit here waffling. Let's see. Oh yes, let's fix this. Well spotted, everyone, in the comments. I forgot our Glasgow train didn't have its own bay in our portal, which would have caused untold problems for, what was it on? The same as our Avanti West Coast service going to, well, it wouldn't have gone anywhere for 10 minutes, would it? No, and then that would have been sat on the tracks as well. So yes, thank you for spotting that. I didn't see it, and I would have spotted it way too late. Anyway, shall we turn around this train, get it on its journey? We need to figure out what we're doing at Carstairs. Few options if it doesn't fit. Firstly, Carstairs much bigger than this. I had a look at on Google Maps and measured it. It's about 280 meters long. This is what, 120 at the most? I think it's 3 sections, right? In the 20 meter, or is it 40? I can't remember. It's either 20 or 40. It's not very long. While we wait for our train to show up, it shouldn't take too long. Let's take a look and see how long it is. We could use this, couldn't we? Let's draw a line from here. It's not going to be 100% accurate, but it'll give us an idea. That is, right, there you go. It's 160 meters long. We're missing about 120 meters, which explains why I can't fit even half of this service in. When in real life, the full joined... Oh, am I sitting on the tracks? No. The full joined service sits here, which would be 16 cars long. Right, we're pulling into here, which is lovely and exactly what we want it to do. That looks nice, doesn't it? I love that. But the question is, how much room have we not got? That's what I'm going to assume anyway. There we go, we'll come back here. There it goes, through the bushes and stuff, which do exist, or did exist at some point. Whether they've cut them down now, I don't know. But I like that, it's cozy. And we're... Oh, we're so close. And here comes our cross-country service. We're going to have to pause it, though, because we're already closing our doors. We're just going to stop you there. There we go. We'll let that go by while we figure out what we're doing. That is heading up to Edinburgh. Am I right? I think so. Next stop is Haymarket, but then Edinburgh. Okay, so we're not reversing, are we? It's going to complain. There's no way to really do it. So the options we have, extend car stairs because it is bigger, which means moving all of this junction up at least, well, it's just a platform length, that's it. Or we do something interesting and different just to add to the service. What we could do is add a turnaround point here. So we could send it down into, I think this is where they might park up freight. I don't know what they actually do with this, but we could use it for our purposes to turn this train around. It should work. We can put in the zigzag down here. Should we give it a go? I mean, if you would like me to move this down and make it a little bit bigger so we can fit that and it just flips around and goes that way, I will do it for us. It's going to be a bit tricky because we've kept the speed here, but this is a interesting solution to it, and one I'd like to see in. And utilising this to flip trains down makes me kind of happy. We've got issues as their passenger stations and things like that. We don't need it very big. We do need it high speed. It's obviously going to give us something different track-wise. No street connections. A number of tracks 1. It just sits in there quite nicely, but it is going to mess up our catenary, and it's a different track texture as well. Right, now what we can do. What are you currently at? Manage vehicle. No, we want to manage the line. What we need to do with this now is after car stairs, it's this one, isn't it? Yeah, after it comes out of the West Coast mainline portal. We would need to add this as a station, but not do anything. So this here, which is, should we rename that once we've added it? Let's add that in, and we'll change it to Carstairs Reverse. Yeah, that works, doesn't it? Oh, Castaris. Oh dear, my typing today. Don't do any typing today. Is that how you spell reverse? Do you know, my brain's gone already. And what we need to do is not load or unload anything. So we don't want maximum stop time. Yeah, 10 seconds. Don't want you stopping at all. It shouldn't do if we do that. I was hoping when you take off the fact that we don't want you to load or unload that it wouldn't open the doors, but we found out that isn't the case. But this works, doesn't it? Yeah, what we can do is possibly add a signal there and send it up that way to wait to come in. That means if there's any of the fast West Coast mainline services passing us, we can stop it, can't we? Or it will stop, because it will be trundling along here, and yeah, I don't want it one way. This way, it definitely goes this way, no matter what we do to the track. Now, do I want a signal here? Probably, yes. Probably a little way back, though. The reason being is if there is a train on the West Coast mainline that has to stop, but this coming out, our Caledonian Sleeper, then it's only got to wait. Well, it doesn't matter where we put it, does it? Yeah, we could have it wait there. We do have that signal operating as an actual signal. Thinking about it, I'd prefer an actual mainline signal just there. I don't know if there is one. I might actually put it on the other side rather than in the middle, something like that. It doesn't seem like it would be there, but we're doing it anyway. Just so we can get this train free, I'd probably get rid of that. Should that be fine? I mean, soon as it clears here, it's got to go up to there and then stop and then head back, hasn't it? You can see the different texture there. There you go. These are our UK tracks, and then we've got the default ones there, which look really plain. I mean, they probably exist. I don't know. They just look meh. So, should we see what happens? Where are you heading? You're at Carstairs. I think, did we stop it before it had a chance? No. No. Right, every time... this is terrible. Every time I reversed it at the portal, it chose, oddly, a different car stairs. I think it kept choosing this car stairs here. I guess it would, wouldn't it? Technically, it would choose the one before it because you're reversing it. But anyway, what I've done is I've reversed it here, and it's now chosen the next station as being the reverse point, so we finally get to see it. I did save you from seeing that, though, multiple times. I had to watch it go and then decide to go back, so I caught it this time. Let's see how this works. Do we have a train coming? No, we don't. It's fine. We just want to see what happens when it gets up to here. Does it all break? Hopefully not. That track looks wonky for some reason. It's the texture, isn't it, that's throwing us off. I believe it is going to open its doors. But what can you do? I can't remember how the other one worked. The original zigzag station. It's going to stop there. Open its doors onto the main line node. Oh no, it's on the right side. Look at that. Perfect. Have you opened them that side? No, you haven't. We'll take that because you're not going to see anything on this side. I mean, it's a shame it actually does that. There we go. Right. Now, you're off to... Do we have a train coming? We do. You're off to Edinburgh. You're going to have to go on the main line, though, and you're going to stop that train. Which is a shame. But sometimes it's going to be in our favour, right? It's just going to be timed about right. Yeah. That was quite a distance away. Yeah, we might get off the track. We've got to slow down to 15 up here, though, so unlikely. We do have a bit of blocking. Yeah, we're slowing down to 15 for this section, which is correct. I mean, in real life, this would be scheduled better, wouldn't it? You wouldn't have a train scheduled to intersect with this, and it would still reverse out of here anyway, so it's got to cross. Where's our other train? There it is. It's slowing down. This is the West Coast, the main line Avanti West Coast train. There we go. You're off now. You didn't slow down too much, did you? Let's see. No, he's still doing 70. That's acceptable, isn't it? So even when they're close, I like that. And we've still got a bit of speed going through there. Look at that. Yeah, that's great. I love that. Away it goes. And we're just crawling up to Edinburgh now. Guys, it's brilliant. Right. There we go. Our cross country's on the way back as well. We're in 97 down there. Going to get up to 100. Mid-Calder Junction. There it is. That's the new junction. Interestingly, on Google Maps, it is like this. It's it crosses over similar to this anyway. It's as close as I could get it. Which means we do keep 70 and we hug the other track. And there's another crossover here. It looks like a crossover. I don't know whether it exists. So I put in a shunt signal there. Why you would go over there, I have no idea. Maybe for maintenance or broken down trains. So that's in now. And it goes off that way. But on Open Rail Map and Open Street Map, it was in the way I did it originally. I thought I'd be clever and go with Open Rail Map, and it backfired tremendously. But anyway, we've got it in, as hopefully it is now. Thank you in the comments pointing out that that was the one on Open Rail Maps was dated. It's alright though, isn't it? It's a volunteer group that keep that running. It can't be all up to date. There's a lot to keep track of. Should we ride out? We don't normally do this midway through. Should we ride over the new junction? We're limited to 87 with the Class 92 and possibly the one on the rear. I think that does 100 though. Which is interesting because this is given the... Yeah, this service is given the ability to travel at 100. where the track limits allow. So, not really if it's limited to 87. I don't know. It's not a class 92. Is it class 90? No, it's a class... What is this? Class... Oh, it is a class 92, yeah. Anyway, get back in here. We're going to cross the junction. We're slowed to 70 for the bridge. Of course you are. Yes. I keep forgetting that the viaduct is slower than the main line. Is it smooth? Does it bump around? It's pleasant, isn't it? There we go. I like that. Yeah, nice and gentle through there. Back up to max speed. Heading all the way to Edinburgh. I guess what we should do then is pause this and get a build going down here. Now, there is a lovely tram system that is operating in Edinburgh. But as we all know, Transport Fever's tram system is lacking majorly. So I'm not going to fret too much about recreating that faithfully. Since this series is all about the trains anyway, I believe this is 25 miles an hour down here. So we'll stick that in. There's another track that leads to our depot we're about to put in. Will I leave a gap there? It actually joins back up later on, so that might be a bit easier perhaps. It looks like we should be drifting off that way though. I'm following this, which is actually after what we're doing, and if we look at that section, it's pretty straight, isn't it, where we got the depot. Right then. Do we want to keep it straight? Here's what I'm thinking. The problem we have then is we're drifting further and further away from there. So we're just going to put the tiniest curve in it. So this is what we're going to build, guys, and this is why we need a bit of room. It's not far after we turn off. So we do want to do it probably a little sooner than on this map, because we don't want to travel exactly true scale, do we? Otherwise we're going to struggle to get back on track. But as long as we start it fairly soon, I mean, we can start it here, can't we? There's a couple of things to note then. We've got a crossover. We've got crossovers here as well, which is interesting. That's because we've got one just before the junction, which we should have. Should we get back in game then and try and get the approach sorted? So we're going to keep this going. These all look parallel. This is technically going to drift off at some point. I'm going to bring this back in. Oh, am I doing this all at 25? It's fine. Otherwise, we're changing tracks every 5 seconds. Track speeds. So if we get the first one in, which we saw is coming across here. I really don't think these are going to be the quickest, considering it's to get into a depot. And then we'll go across again as soon as we can, and again and again. So we're going over as quickly as possible and leaving room for any signals we might need. Now, technically, we're in the depot, aren't we? Which means we start roughly where we should start. Yeah, I thought that would be an issue. Maybe we should move that back just a touch. I would like to squeeze in as much space as possible. It's going to be much closer then from here, right on the junction I'm going to go with. After that, we're making sharp turns up there. There we go, as sharp as possible. And we're obviously going to keep all of this flat. Did I keep all of this flat? I hope so. I really hope I did. Let's flatten as an area then for our depot. Get all that to 100%. There we go. We'll go from there. This should all be fairly flat, shouldn't it? We're also going to be doing some more track work around here as well. Official episode time. There we go. Lovely. We got it in. This is possibly not correct. I think what would best be doing is just creating a siding so we don't push too far. Is that to the north? Yeah, so we don't push too far to the north there. So after here, we're going to make another siding. We're going to have the other track that heads that way. And then we're going to branch off to this one, which should be the one that we need. I missed a turn off there. As long as this is nice and busy and looks the part once we're done, There we go. Then we'll take this to the back for the sidings of the EMUs. How much space we'll need, unsure at the moment. We'll take it as far as possible, I think. I mean, technically, look at that. We're meeting the we're meeting the track again. It's probably doesn't need to be quite that aggressive. It might need to be for us, to be fair. Although then that's pushing us further that way. So yeah, we can condense it by having it quite a bit sharper than it would be. And then we need to straighten up somewhere up there. There we go. And then where's the main line? This would be the main line. So we need to keep that going straight. Again, don't worry about the speeds. We'll get those accurate once we've got the groundwork in. And then if we keep it at 25, even on here, it's going to be blatantly obvious which ones we haven't done. Flatten all that out. We're going to need quite a bit of room here, aren't we? I'm a little bit concerned about how far we're going to really need to go. I mean, it is a big depot. It would be a shame if it wasn't in there. We did the same thing at Polmadie, didn't we? We exaggerated that a little bit compared to half scale. We got it closer to actual scale. There we go. Let's make some more room around the edge there. There is a tram that's going to run that way. We're going to keep that really simple, though. Now, I would like that pretty much the same angle. We could use our tool, couldn't we, that I've downloaded ages ago, which is this one here. Yeah, we could stick this level with the track, and then we've got a better idea of where we need to be straight. There we go. We'll stick that in there. Now we've got some lines to work from. I say we level up with that just there. Did that level up right? Well, what we could do is draw a straight line here. That'll be much easier, Gran. Why didn't you just do that in the first place? Unknown. Right, yes. Keep that straight. That's as straight as I would like it. Did we leave ourselves not enough room there? Yeah, we can't get round to that, can we? Take that all the way back, and then we'll just see if we can... There we go. Lovely. Then we'll need our sidings just here, if we can make them work anywhere. There we go. Nice. And... oh yeah, we're going to struggle to do this just here. It's split off into 3. So what I'll do is I'll do it from there instead. And then we'll come out of this one right next to the junction. Like that. Or next to the point. There's another one that branches off from here and goes at a different angle. So we're going to head that way. And we'll bring that in. Just there. It's really handy, this tool, this grid tool. They're all in the mod collection. Right, I like it so far. I think we're getting it about right. Then I'm going to have 3, at least, tracks down here. For this next one, we should be coming off right next to this one here. So could we have that go along here? And then head out up to there. It's more... oh dear, don't do that though. I kind of like where it was heading in the first place. It was heading up a bit. I would like to leave at least a couple of track widths. So if we bring it from this point, we should get the shape we need. Goodness me, this is just one side of it. And then that... can branch in like that. Yes, there we go. This one is correct. This should be the one that links into here. This one can then head back down afterwards a little closer to meet these two again. This does eventually drift off away from the main line. I'm going to bring that up there. I'm going to bring this one down once we've got enough room. Like that. There's a couple of sheds up here. I actually want that to go straight for longer in order to do this, and then we'll head back down. A little gap here, and then we'll go up there. There we go. That's better. Then what we'll do with that, now that we've got the shape, is come in like that. Beautiful. And then we've got the sheds up here. I would like enough room to fit in some models, or some assets, I should say. Ideally, I'd like to fit 3 car units in there. So they need a little bit more space. But again, oh, it's going to be massive. We haven't even done the other half yet. Goodness me. Yeah, where are we in this? Goodness me, we're almost at that junction. Yes. Well, this might be a mistake. We don't need that anymore. We should have enough room there, shouldn't we, to put some sheds in and stuff. We're going to need to go miles before we get to where we need to be. Although, saying that, we do need quite a bit of room here, don't we? Yeah, because we've got the other track coming up this way and then under. Right, yeah, no, this is actually working out quite nice. This one, stay straight. That's actually going to be this one. And we're going to drift up like that. Take that back. And then we're going to follow this one up like that. Better, better. Yeah, there's our gap. We've got our gap now. Yeah, we're going to need ridiculous amounts of space, aren't we? Do I want to do this? Well, you kind of started it now. I've started, so I'll finish. Dear, oh dear. Oh, guys, I've missed another track, you'll be pleased to know. That's awkward. Yeah, there's one coming off down between these two. Oh, anybody notice them? We're going to have to get that back. At least they're in roughly the right place here. This isn't too bad. There's like another one doing something like that, and that's what was confusing me. There was a moment of head scratching that I may or may not edit out because it was very silent. I feel like I've got too much room here by a country mile because we're shorter up here, aren't we? This angle's much sharper than it should be. So we could clean up this angle a little bit. I know we've got to do all that again. I'd be happier about it because it is on a curve, the actual siding itself, but not that much. There we go. That makes me happier because we've got to fit the tram in as well. So if I come down here a little closer to what's going on. Now that's better. That's better. Yes, and then we come off there. That's given us a whole lot more room, hasn't it? And then we bring this round. Can we get you in there? And then can we still branch off like that's better? That's much, much better. Sometimes, guys, it's trial and error. Now we don't have that massive space. We still have a bit of space. This could probably go a little better in there, but there are some areas that I'm going to struggle to do. We could even have that a little closer up there because there's a big building. 3-track building. So maybe they need to be a little closer and have a little more room that side. We could always shift these two along. Okay, am I happier with that? A little. We've got the sort of right angle. Then we need to shift down into probably there. We kind of meet it. Better. This is going into that there. This is going in up there. We've got rid of... Look at that. Look at that. We've got rid of the gaps, guys. I'm much, much happier. I'm not done yet, though. I don't know whether we're going to get the second half in because this is going a little bit sideways. I sit there and research it over and over again. And then I build it about 3 times. It doesn't matter how much I try and measure it out in my head and then on the map and figure out where we're going. But once you get the tracks in, I mean, it looks impressive. I really want some way to separate these. Make them look dirty. Well, you can't, Gran, so don't dwell on it. Okay, are we happy with that as one half? Where are the buildings? This one. Have I left enough room? Does it intersect? Because I'd like these two... Oh, come on, really? Can I get them in? Is that where they would be? I think they would be a little bit closer. Probably somewhere like that. Oh, cool. You can leave the doors on. How long are they going to be? Now that we know. I like that it leaves bits like this. I actually like that a lot. 120. Oh, way too long. That should do. I'm going to say yes. We're going to go for it. We're going to do 40 there. 40 there. And then the other one leans off further that way. Yes. There we go, guys. We got them in. These are not going to be actual depots. Or are they? I might change one to an actual depot. Maybe this one at the back or something. Because they're going to collide, aren't they, I think? I don't know. We'll leave them like that for now because that's something we can just plug in, isn't it? Okay, good. Oh, dear. There's another building up there. Now then, can I even remotely squeeze the rest of this in? I hope so. This one goes out even further than the others. This one comes out, but it's a dead end. I'm pretty sure. That's what it looks like. It looks like it does something like that. And then we got a diamond here, which is why I'm a little concerned. And this one is the leading track, and it kind of leans up that way a touch. Because it's heading into yet another shed. This one then comes in like that. Oh, no, not too much curvature. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, it's going to be tight. It's almost there. Could we delete that? Bring it... Oh, no. How much have you deleted? Bring it out there. And then, can we get the curve? I think the problem we've got, this comes out at a different angle. Because it starts to drift. If we take that... so that the mast is just outside, and then we go straight up, that'll give us a better angle and it'll look closer to what it does in real life. There we go. There we go. And just to double check what I'm looking at, there you go, guys. You can see the shape there, I hope. How does it compare? I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, we've still got to work on the other side. Now, we've got our gap here. Good. That's got to stay because there's going to be a building right next to the main line. The slow or the... well, this is called the East Coast Northern line. Northern's in brackets. But we do know now we just need a track width to separate those buildings. So we can absolutely do that. Then we've got one coming off here. So we'll get that angle... let's draw that in again, but straight. Or straighter, at the very least. No, what did you delete that one for? Pro. That was not. Excellent. I'm glad I did that. Oh, that scared me. I was like, what on earth is that? Has it crashed? No. No, just scary birds. Bird feet. Dear oh dear, don't do that to me, game. Okay. Am I happier with that? Yes. I feel like that is almost a straight line into that instead of those two. And that might even give us a better angle and make me much happier. There we go. That's the one. That's the one I was looking for. I always love it when these finally work. Got this one, which is the one that heads off and actually joins... the shape should come together as long as I've left myself enough room. You haven't. It's almost there. It's almost there. Right, we need you to be back a little further. And then we'll get the shape. There it is. There it is. It's beautiful. Oh, I'm so happy right now. That was not looking promising for a longest time. That goes into there. I need to leave enough room for another 2 tracks. We've got this one that's doing, it looks like a train wash, which I'm not sure we have. In order to do this, we're going to have to make sure we've got enough room. Oh, is this perfect? If it's perfect, or perfect enough, we do. We have enough room. Yeah, because I want the gap there. If I can get the basics in with you guys, I'll be super happy. That's going up that way. Straight enough. Have I missed one? There should be 4 here. And then the 2. Well, I'm confused. 2, and we need 4, guys. Oh, no. Not full, guys. 4 guys. Because we need a 2 gap. That means that's got to go higher. I'm going to continue this up so I know what on earth we're doing up here. It's got enough here if that was not the train wash line. Because that's supposed to go past the depot. This depot, which means we'd need to fit them like that. Would it only need to be all pushed 1? Maybe that's what I'll go ahead and do for us. Oh, I'm really worried about the space we've got left, though. It is not much at all. I'm happy with it as a start, even though everything's a bit skew-whiff over this side. The problem is I've tried to squish this both ends in, which doesn't leave us much room. It does mean these can go a little further, though. Now, they would end closer to there. I've put this a little shorter as well. That's better. I think I can make this work, guys. Are you guys happy with it? As a, what are you doing smoothing? I mean, official episode. Official depot. I am technically happy with it. This side for sure now. That's got the shape. I'm happy with it. Another quick look at the map. Yes, yes, yes. We've almost got it, haven't we? It's almost there. Yeah. I'll tidy it up. I'm going to paint this area, though. We don't have that red gravel still. I need to look up how to do textures, so I can give us like the red stuff that seems to be all around this area of Scotland. I don't know whether it's like this texture, but we just tint it red. And then we can have that in all the places it should be, and it'll make me happy. I'll look into it. I'll find out where all these textures are. And see if I can't make us a new brush that's basically this gravel, just with a red hue to it. Yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult, should it? What a difference just painting all this makes, though, right? It changes it from just a standard track layout to more like a depot. We don't have much variation in... I'm going to do it down here as well, because this is pretty much how it looks. Yeah, we don't have much variation in track colour, like dirty tracks. Not so much old as just used a lot. With all... I don't know, whatever leaks out of trains all over it. So that it's really dark and dirty between the rails. The ballast is dirty. The sleepers are sometimes non-existent. But yes, there we go. I do like it. Oh yes, this does terrain adjustments. That's why. If I do smooth that, it shouldn't look too bad. Official episode? Yeah, we can just take that off, can't we? There we go. It doesn't have to be perfect. Only where we're going to build, and we can flatten ourselves an area there, can't we? Tidy it up there. There we go. A little bit of grass there. A little bit of mowing. Weeding. Guys, should we get on board on our Caledonian sleeper? And then we'll find a place for this, once we've done our depot, to go and sit it during the day, before it heads off again to do its long journey down south. And what a journey that is, especially at 80 odd miles an hour. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope that was at least semi-enjoyable. I love building stuff like that. It's not the fastest, most action-packed thing to put on YouTube. It's kind of relaxing though, especially with a little bit of painting involved and official episoding. But yes, here we go. Edinburgh, Waverley, that's where we're off to. Maybe I'll leave it long enough. No, I will leave it long enough so that we at least head in to Waverley, because we haven't done that, have we? Hopefully we go in on the right track. I'm pretty sure I just put it on anything. But enough waffling from me. Thank you again, guys, and until next time, take care.